pulls the sheets away. Says, Jane, you look the same as you did yesterday. Now that we... Klaire, good morning. It's time for your first day of school. Ready? Are you excited? Lila was like, good morning, Klaire. Wherever Lila's like, feed me. I have a cinnamon roll for you. Not for you. No. You can have kitty food in a little bit.
Why is she meowing?
Because she's hungry, apparently.
Is she meowing at the camera?
Yeah. Alright, come on. Get up and eat. Friends, welcome back. As you can tell, today was Klaire's first day of 3rd grade, and look at this little baby butt. And focus, there we go. And so this morning I showed you us getting ready, and what you didn't see was when poop hit the fan. Kai did not want to get up this morning or get ready because he went to bed super late. I don't even know why, because he didn't sleep in late yesterday, which was Sunday, but he was not happy, and he was super upset about having to leave Klaire at school. And then I went to get dressed, right? So I put all of my leggings stuff in the dryer last night, and then I didn't start the dryer. So like, what? So all of the clothes were still wet. And then I was like just rushing around finding clothes. And so I put on capris. They had a huge hole in them. Didn't know that. So then I was like, oh, whatever. I just grabbed the first thing I could find, which was a really cute like one-piece romper thing. But it's kind of low cut. But we were literally running so late to get her to her first day of school. So I just threw it on and called it good. And she was 1 minute late, but her teacher was like, whatever, everyone's late. Today must have been a rough day because there were so many parents still bringing their kids in even after the tardy bell. So apparently everyone was struggling this morning anyways. So that's what happened this morning. It started out really peaceful, but then like I said, it went downhill. So then I came home and I was, oh, and my gas light came on the way to school, and I was like, okay, perfect. So then Kai and I went and got gas, and I came home and it's raining out, it's gloomy. I love this kind of weather. So I just finished my book before I start like doing stuff for the day. Yeah, I just finished The Life We Live, I think. I'll put a photo up on the screen. I don't have a physical copy because it was a library loan through Overdrive, and it was really good. If you're looking for a good thriller mystery, it actually shocked me. Like the twist in it, I was like not expecting it, okay? It was crazy. So I gave it 4 stars.
Edward's eyebrows lifted.
Okay, hello.
You want me to get married?
This is my,
and
one
produce
second.
an heir?
This is my second take at this. I'm kind of sweaty because I've been cleaning. earlier when I tried to record this clip, my battery died and my dog was freaking out because I have I have a life-size cardboard cutout of Kenny Chesney. My dog is barking at it because you can see part of it. Say hi.
Hi.
What are you saying?
Shonda's brushing and he says playing Roblox and I ate something.
You eating lunch?
Yeah?
Playing Roblox?
Yeah! Last day!
Is that what you want to go do now? No? Okay.
I don't want to put it on the floor. And the cat's gonna eat it.
Yeah, that's why you eat at the table. Back to what I was saying, because I'm interrupted again. My battery died. My dog is barking at... Okay.
I will get it.
My dog was barking at the Kenny Chesney poster. And it was... And yeah, it was just rough. So, I was in a bit of a funk earlier. Earlier when I was telling you about how my morning went downhill quickly, I just felt like crap. Not physically, but looking at myself in the viewfinder, I just felt fat, not attractive. And so that's why you see me with makeup on now, because I put some on just to feel better. I almost never wear makeup because it just sweats off in Guam. It's so humid. But I got dressed, put on some makeup, talked to my friend on the phone, and I do feel a lot better. You know, everyone has bad days. But anyways, yeah, I cleaned the dining room while my battery charged, and so I do feel a little bit better. Now I'm gonna do laundry while we talk, because I just feel like talking. And because most of the people I watch on YouTube, like, they look like they have their life all together. Like, they look like super moms, super wives, like, I don't know. And there's not a day that goes by where at some point I don't feel like I'm failing in some aspect. I either have mom guilt, wife guilt, or I feel like I'm failing myself. I just try to do everything and it does not work out. Almost any day, any given day, I do not finish everything or get everything done. So like if I've got cleaning, designing, spending time with my children and my husband, cooking, you know, all that stuff, every day I fail at one of them. It's just not possible to get everything done. And I don't know how some people do it. I don't. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because I hope I'm not the only one that feels that way. I hope I'm not the only one. Well, it's a bad feeling. I don't want you to feel that way, but if you feel that way, you're not alone. I sent my daughter to 3rd grade today after running around the house, freaking out about clothes and yelling because her brother wasn't listening, all that stuff. And the mom guilt just was eating me alive earlier. But it's fine. I'm sure she's had a wonderful day regardless of how it started. I hope she did. I'm sure she did. She's so resilient. And earlier I just wanted to sit alone and just wallow, I guess, in self-pity. So I did that for a little bit. I gave myself like an hour. I finished the book I was reading, listened to the rain, and then I got up and kind of forced myself to be productive. And I got my cleaning done. I'm doing my laundry now. I haven't crafted yet because that's just gonna have to happen after I pick up Klaire, because we have to leave in 40 minutes to get Klaire Bear from her first day of school. Look, if you feel, this does not fit Kai. It can be donated. If you feel like you're failing, you're not. You're doing the best you can. And I have heard people say, you know, don't do more than you can handle. Like, pick 3 things or 2 things in your life and give it 100% and just make it good. Like, just excel at it. But I can't do that because I have too many things in my life that I care about. And I don't want to give some of them up, like, for myself. Obviously, my children are number one, and they always will be. Nothing will ever come before them and my husband. But like, after that, we have like, you know, taking care of the house, and so like cleaning, cooking. Obviously, I'm never gonna starve my family or anything crazy. But what, of course, my passion is crafting, reading, creating things. I love watching other people on YouTube. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. And I don't really watch that much TV anymore, but when I do, like, yeah, I enjoy doing these things. And crafting is such a general word for what I do, because, I mean, you guys have seen my channel, maybe not. If you're new, hi. Sorry, that should not, you guys do not need to see that. Oh yeah, I do loads of crafts. It's not just like only do one thing or even two things. I do a lot. I love to do a lot of things. Doing a lot of different crafts makes me happy, makes me feel fulfilled. I love to crochet. I love sewing. I love making stickers, planning. I mean, I love embroidery too. I mean, the list is quite extensive. And some people would be like, well, why don't you just pick one craft and just feel good about it, really excel? Because I don't want to just do one craft. So I guess I'm just gonna be a hot mess express for the rest of my life. No, I'm just kidding. It'll get better, obviously, the more independent Kai gets. But, you know, I guess I'm just here to tell you, don't forget about yourself or what makes you happy. Give yourself some grace, because I did. I had a little heart to heart with myself. There's nothing you can do to change the past now, so I'm done beating myself up over the past. I'm just gonna move on. Yeah, you're a good boy. In the title, you saw that I was working on Netflix. Well, I did. For the month of June, I was working on a Netflix movie called Operation Christmas Drop, and it was the most amazing experience I've ever had. I worked with Set Deck, and I drove the truck for them, like a big 3-ton truck, and only had one incident where I accidentally grazed the gutter. Oops. But that is nothing, because the transportation director, he was like, oh yeah, that's not good, but there's no damage to the truck, and Netflix, their insurance just paid for a new gutter. It was like $200. There was someone else. Oh my gosh, this is actually hilarious. So every department, so there's like lighting, filming, electrics, set deck, props, like all that. They all have their own truck, their own driver that takes their stuff to and from the sets. You guys, the camera truck guy accidentally drove into the hotel. Not through the wall, but like they had an overhang so people can go in and out of the hotel without being rained on when it rains stuff. The top of the truck crunched into that, took a chunk out of the hotel, bent the truck like an aluminum can up at the top corner, and they had $1 million worth of camera gear inside. So I did not feel so bad about grazing a gutter. I didn't. And then that same day, a few hours later, one of the drivers who was like driving the cast around, like the main actors, backed into a person's car that doesn't work for Netflix. They just backed straight into it on accident, of course. And like, I'm not making fun of them. It happens, obviously. Look, I did it too. So anyways, the month of June, I worked for Netflix on a movie. No, stop. Let me tell them about the movie. And the movie was called Operation Christmas Drop. I got to drive around and help set up. Kai.
Huh?
Hold on, let me talk for 1 minute.
Wait, I need to talk. How about I say rock, paper, scissors? Who gets them?
Fine. Wait. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I won.
Now your turn.
Now your turn. Anyway, so I was set deck, and I drove around the truck, and I got to help set up for the movie. So I got to vomit Christmas everywhere. It was amazing. What? It was amazing and so much fun, and I met, oh my gosh, the coolest people. Like, they're still my friends, and I miss them because they went back to Canada. Netflix hired that production crew out of Canada. And so it'll be on Netflix next year. Maybe the year after that, it depends. But I will say...
Now one more chance, rocket.
No, hold on, let me finish. I'm almost done. The movie is about...
Rock, paper, scissors.
The movie, it's a storyline, but it involves telling the story of the Operation Christmas Drop that actually happens here in Guam. So I want to say it was like 30 years ago. One of our planes was driving around the Marianas Islands, which are the islands that surround Guam. And there was an island there with villages, like they're a very poor island, but they were out there waving at the plane. Like they weren't really needing help or anything. They were just saying hi, and so the flight crew thought they needed help, so they just dumped all of the stuff that they could find on the plane, food, medical supplies, all that stuff. They just dumped it down there. And ever since, every year they take donations from the public and they fly around to all the islands and drop huge cases into the water, and they're in metal shipping containers and stuff, so like it's all good. Like they stay dry. They drop them in the water for the safety of villagers, because if they miss, obviously they don't want to like crush somebody, but they do it every year. They drop it off at all the islands, and some of these islands are still like, they're very poor, like they're in poverty. A few of the islands don't even have any electricity, and one island has one person that lives on it, and he only lives off of the stuff that comes from this Operation Christmas Drop. I don't know how. I mean, it's amazing, but I was like, what if he dies? Like, how are we gonna know? She goes, I don't know, I guess the stuff won't be brought in. What happened? I thought that was really cool. It's the longest DOD charity that has ever ran. Anyways, I just thought it was really cool, and they're bringing awareness to it, which is amazing. You know, we always need donations for it. And I'm gonna volunteer at the wine tasting. They're doing a fundraiser for it, and I get to volunteer for it. So, dude, this video is stupid long. I'm so sorry. You're probably bored out of your mind. But that was what I was doing on my hiatus, because I was working 14 hours some days. There was no way I was gonna work 12 to 14 hours and then record a video, edit, and upload it. I'm sorry, I just couldn't do it. I could barely read. So that's what I've been doing in my life, but I'm back again, so stick around. Even though I say this all the time, stick around because there's gonna be videos. Let's continue on with our day, shall we? Claire,
Hi.
how was your first day of 3rd grade?
Amazing.
You made a new friend?
Uh-huh.
You love your teacher?
Uh-huh.
Are you sleepy?
Yeah.
And you have homework, huh?
Yes. My headache's going away.
Yay!
Oh, look at Daddy's.
I love you.
Look, I love you. Oh. It's a doggy hot dog stand.
That is adorable.
Look how cute it is.
Oh.
Oh, look at the baby puppy. Oh my, how are they doing? Our dog is driving a car.